A very good noon to one and all. Now, in this lecture, we will discuss about the new unit. It's a chapter 7 flexible manufacturing systems. So, in our college, we have discussed this unit earlier, but now we have to revise the chapter 7 flexible manufacturing systems. So, nowadays, customers are depending a wide variety of parts. To satisfy this demand, the manufacturers, the production concept moved away from the mass to the small batch type of production. So, batch production offers more flexibility in product managing. Okay, so to fulfill this need, flexible manufacturing systems have been evolved in a great effect. So, what is a flexible manufacturing system? So, flexible manufacturing system is a type of computer integrated manufacturing system. It is also called as flexible automation. So, it is a designed to be flexible to manufacture a variety of products at relatively medium volumes with minimum lead time. The conventional high volume production facilities such as automated equipment and transfer lines cannot fulfill this requirement. So flexible manufacturing system is evolved to meet this requirement in the field of manufacturing. It is referred in short term as flexible manufacturing system FMS. So how do we define the flexible manufacturing system is, so it's a manufacturing system based on a multi-operation machine tools incorporating integrated computer control with associated support function of automatic material handling. So this system performs a degree of flexibility with respect to the variation in parts. So FMS is also defined as highly automated manufacturing system consisting of one or more CNC machines connected by automated material handling system, pick and place robots, and all these operated under the control of central computer. So it also has support systems like computer loading, component loading, component unloading stations, automatic tool handling systems, tool pre-sectors, component inspection stations, cleaning stations, etc. So this is the definition about the flexible manufacturing system. So and next one is a necessity of a flexible manufacturing system. So generally there are three types of computer integrated manufacturing systems to meet the various production needs of an automated industry. So they are namely special manufacturing systems and manufacturing cell and flexible manufacturing system. So the special manufacturing system is the least flexible computer integrated manufacturing system. It is designed to produce a very limited number of different parts. The annual production per part vary between 1500 to 15,000. So as shown in this figure. So at the opposite end of the figure, it is a manufacturing cell. So it is the most flexible but generally has the lowest production rate. So the number of different parts manufactured in the cell between the 40 to 800. So if we observe in this figure, flexible manufacturing system is covering most volume, which shows that it is producing mid volume mid variety of parts when compared to the other two systems. So a typical flexible manufacturing system is used to process 4 to 100 different parts and 40 to 2000 parts per year. So it is covering mid volume range. So the FMS is considered to be subset of CIMS, that means a subset of a computer integrated manufacturing system, and it has become necessity for producing parts with medium range quality and flexibility in manufacturing. So this is the necessity of FMS. And what is the term flexibility? So flexibility is nothing but systems responsiveness to changing demand patterns, so that variety of parts and the production volumes that are to be manufactured can be adjusted rapidly to meet changing requirements. So flexibility means the ability to adapt, that means to a wide range of changing manufacturing environment. So what are the different types of flexibilities? There are types of flexibility that are exhibited by the manufacturing systems are machine flexibility, production flexibility, mix flexibility, product flexibility, routing flexibility, and volume flexibility, expansion flexibility. So, what is a mission flexibility? So, it is the capability to adapt a given mission in a system to a wide range of production. So, wide range of production operations and part styles. So, the greater the range of operations and part styles, the greater will be the mission flexibility. So the various factors on which machine flexibility depends on its setup or change over time, and its tool storage capacity of machines, and skill and versatility of workers in the systems, and ease with which part programs can be downloaded to the machines. So this is about the mission flexibility. And next flexibility is production flexibility. So it is the range of part styles that can be produced on the systems. So the range of part styles that can be produced by the manufacturing system at a moderate cost and time is determined by the process range. So it depends on the following factors like machine flexibility of individual stations and range of machine flexibilities of all stations in the system. So this is about the production flexibility. And now mixed flexibility. So it is defined as the ability to change the product mix while maintaining the same total production quantity. That means producing the same parts only in different proportions. So it is also known as a process flexibility. So mixed flexibility provides protection against the market variability by accommodating changes in product mix due to the use of shared resources. So however, the high mix variations may result in requirements for a greater number of tools, fixtures, and other resources. So mixed flexibility depends on the factors like similarity of parts in the mix, machine flexibility, and relative work content times of parts produced. Okay, so next one is a product flexibility. So it refers to the ability to change over to a new set of products economically and quickly in response to changing the market requirements. So the change over time includes the time for designing, planning, tooling, and fixturing of new products introduced in the manufacturing lineup. So it depends upon the following factors like offline part program preparation, machine flexibility, relatedness of new part design with existing part family. So and the next flexibility is a routing flexibility. So it can be defined as a capacity to produce parts on alternative workstation in the case of equipment breakdowns, tool failure, and other interruptions at any particular station. So it helps in increasing throughout the throughout, that means the amount of material or items passed through a manufacturing system in the presence of actional changes such as product mix, engineering changes, or new product introductions. Okay, so the factors which decides the routing flexibility, similarity of parts in the mix, similarity of workstations, and common tooling. So this is about the routing flexibility. And next volume flexibility. So it is the ability of the system to vary the production volumes of different products to accommodate changes in demand while remaining profitable. So it can also be termed as capacity flexibility. So the factors affecting the volume flexibility are level of manual labor performing production and amount invested in capital equipment. Okay, so this is the volume flexibility. And now expansion flexibility. So it is defined as ease with which the system can be expanded to foster total production volume. Okay, so the factors are incurred in adding new stations and trained workers, and easiness in expansion of layout, and type of part handling system we are using. So these are about the types of flexibilities. And now coming to the principal components of a flexible manufacturing system. So this diagram shows the flexible manufacturing system layouts. So in this CNC machining centers or processing stations are there, and material handling and storing is there, and computer control system is there, and human labor is there, and inspection centers are there. Okay, so one by one we'll discuss about these components functions. Okay, so first one is the CNC machining centers or processing stations. So flexible manufacturing system is usually comprised of number of machine centers to do the function of general purpose machines. So machining centers, being highly flexible, are capable of performing different operations such as milling, drilling, turning, etc. Thus, a part can undergo number of machining operations at same workstations. Okay, so next, material handling and storage. So various types of automated material handling equipment are used to transport the work parts and sub-assemblies between the processing stations. So there is a remote controlled material handling system to control the material handling equipment. So FMS is also comprises of material handling system maintenance center to do repair and maintenance of material handling equipment. And next, computer control system. So this FMS comprises of computer room as a control center to coordinate various activity of processing stations and the material handling system. And next, human labor. So human labor is employed to load the raw work parts onto the system, and unloading the finished parts, assemble the parts from the system, and changing and setting tools, equipment maintenance and repair, and NC part program preparation, and for operating the computer system. So this is about human labor. And next function about the centers. Inspection of in this inspection center, so we can inspect the raw materials, sub assemblies, etc., are done in these centers. So computer aided inspection equipment are used to automate inspection activity. So automate inspection activity. So, and now we'll discuss about the features of flexible manufacturing system. So mainly there are four features like production equipment, and support systems, and material handling systems, and computer control system. So production equipments like FMS needs different types of processing machines like turning, grinding, milling, etc., which can produce the required accuracy. And next, support systems like FMS required support systems such as measuring tools for wear, programming for tool offsets on the basis of tool measurements, and tool maintenance and repair, and cleaning of chips and work. So these are the various support systems. And next, material handling systems. We need several types of material handling systems to serve the various machine tools, such as transport system to move the work parts into and out of the workplace, and transport system to move the parts in various working machines within the FMS, and a buffer storage to store the items at machines, and a transfer system to loading or unloading the work parts on the working machines. Sometimes robots can also be used to do this function. So all these components must work efficiently and in the synchronized manner with the machine operations. So next, computer control system. So FMS need a computer control system to integrate the various functions such as machine tool controller, and support system controller, and next, handling system controller, and monitoring and sensing devices, and data communication system, and data collection system, and central computer of flexible manufacturing system. So these are the various computer control systems functions, and the computer control system must be linked to the other computer systems in the factory so that each can access to the data. So now, what are the various advantages, limitations, and applications of flexible manufacturing system? Is advantages like it reduced cycle time, and low work in process inventory, and low direct labor costs, and it can ability to change over to different parts quickly, and improved product quality, and consistent quality, and high utilization of equipment, and reduced space requirements, and quick response, and reduced number of tools and machines required, and compatible with computer integrated manufacturing. So these are the various advantages of FMS, and limitations are initial investment is high, and it is not economical for low production rates, and unemployment problem will arise because direct labor is almost all to be avoided. So these are the limitations, and the applications are mostly the most common application is machining, and next assembly, and the inspection stage, and forging, testing, arc welding, spot welding, sheet metal processing like punching, shearing, bending, and forming, etc. So these are the various applications of flexible manufacturing system. Okay, so this is the overall information about the flexible manufacturing system, and the overall topics in the chapter 7, that means unit 7, flexible manufacturing system. So the summary, the chapter outline, the summary of this unit is first of all we have introduction about the flexible manufacturing system. What is flexible manufacturing system, what is flexibility, and the types of flexibility, and components of FMS, and features of FMS, and advantages and limitations applications of FMS. So this is the very simple unit in our subject. So I hope everyone understand this chapter. Please read well, stay home, stay safe. Okay, thank you, bye.